ZMT Sports is back. And Tom is excited. Tom is happy because this is Battle of the Hudson Part 2.
Oh, yeah.
And Tom, go ahead, take the floor. I got nothing to say for now.
Well, listen. Round one went to you. Clearly, no arguments here. I was reaching for a lot of things. But round two.
Well deserved.
Round two is gonna go to the boys in blue, definitely. That's for sure.
All right, let's hear what you got to say. I know you. I mean, the scores say it for itself, but
yeah, of course. But like I said, round one went to you, and I was reaching for a lot, like I said, and the one thing I reached on, which you called me crazy for in the podcast because I went back and listened, was that the Rangers would have a better record by the end of March. That's what I said. I said by the end of March, the Rangers would have a better record. So for this podcast, I just pulled up some things. I wrote some things down, and I wanted to give some perspective. We recorded that podcast on February 19th.
Yep.
Okay. On that day, the Devils were 6-3-2.
Mm-hmm.
They were 6-3-2. They had 4 games in hand on the Rangers. Rangers on February 19th were 5-7-3. Okay. And then, like I said, the Devils have 4 games in hand. Since that day, Milk Dud, the Devils are 2-8. The Rangers, and I'm including Sunday. I wish we did this before the games yesterday because I have like a sour taste in my mouth with the Rangers. But anyway, Devils are 2-8 since. Rangers are 6-3. Not really special, but they're 6-3. The Devils are the worst scoring team in the NHL since that day.
Easy money.
The Rangers are the 3rd best scoring team in the NHL since that day.
Okay.
The Devils have fell to the 32nd ranked power penalty kill since that day.
Horrendous.
The Rangers have climbed to 4th best power penalty kill in the league. Both our power plays suck, so I'm not even going to mention that. They are 0-2 against the Rangers. Rangers are 2-0 against the Devils. The Rangers outscore the Devils 12-4 in those 2 matchups. Devils scored 2 late bullshit goals anyway, which I'm sure you're going to talk about soon. And
too late.
In 16 days, the New York Rangers have a better record.
Okay.
And what's crazy to me was I told all of you, do not get your hopes up. I told every single one of you. I was like, do not get your hopes up. They're young. They're inexperienced. They're playing out of their minds right now. And they were still only 6-3-2 and they were playing out of their minds. Mm-hmm. Now they sit at, 8-11-2. They got a really nice win against the Bruins, bailed out by their goalie, which happens in hockey. The Rangers got bailed out by Igor on Thursday night. Yep. So it happens. But I told y'all. And the synopsis of all of this is both our teams are young. Both our teams aren't making the playoffs. And who knows, the Devils in a month could have a better record than the Rangers because the Rangers they just lost to the Penguins last night. They had the Penguins again on Tuesday. Then they have 2 against the Bruins and 2 against the Flyers. So the Rangers could lose all those games. So we don't really know.
I really wish you didn't say that. I wish you didn't say that.
It was just fun this weekend, especially being at the game on Saturday, to just experience all of that, and the Rangers to get 2 big, don't even have to worry about. I worried about 10 seconds, correct? I worried for 10 seconds. The Rangers went up 2-0. Devils tied it in 10 seconds with 10 seconds. And then since then, I was unbothered. It was just a blowout. And
how could you be bothered? It was fucking horrendous.
That's.
I wish you didn't. I wish you didn't say that because I was gonna rip you a new one if you did. If you had my type of mentality where I thought they were actually going to be a good team, but I guess you're not delusional. You think the Rangers aren't going to be a playoff team.
No, they're not. I've been saying that since day one.
And I just
want to see them improve.
Just for podcast purposes, because I was going to rip you a new one.
Let me tell you something, though. The Rangers have a lot better chance to make the playoffs than the Devils, and that's just a statistical fact.
I know, but okay, this is where I was going to go, because I told you before we did this podcast. I was like, where am I going to go? What am I going to say? Like, I can't really say anything. Like you said it already. You pulled up the stats. So you have the Devils are 2-8 in the last 10 games. Like horrible.
Yeah.
Horrible. But you told me the first podcast, first Battle of the Hudson, you told me not to sip on the Kool-Aid. I did. And I wanted to tell you not to sip on the Kool-Aid, but apparently you're not sipping on the Kool-Aid.
Because
But
this is why, remember when I said I wish we did this podcast a day earlier? They gave me a sour
Yes.
taste in my mouth with the
yes,
Penguin game yesterday. So I'm like,
because
shit.
I mean, the Rangers are 6-3 in their, in their over the last 10 games and whatever. And then, but like, I wanted to bring up, like, you told me first podcast, like, the wins that the Rangers got or the Devils got, they're not impressive. They're against the shit town bottom of the league. But wait a minute, the Rangers stretch are against the shit bottom of the league as well. I mean, obviously you got the win
Not
against
all of them.
But I know you got to win against the Flyers shootout. Next game, lost. Can't win 2 in a row against good teams, I guess. And then you beat Boston, destroyed Boston. You were there. I'm glad you had that. But then you got shut out. Even though the Devils just shut out the Boston Bruins yesterday, I can't believe it. But I'm just saying, like, I just don't see hope for either of these teams. And obviously, I think the Rangers. No, hold on. I think the Rangers do. Obviously, they're looking the right direction. But I'd rather the Devils go on this shit streak that they're on right now than finish like on a shit streak. Maybe this win against Boston will turn. I'm not saying it's going to turn things around completely. I'm not, because they have a lot of work to do. Defense is horrible. God, all the goals, the 12 goals the Rangers had in those 2 games, dude, walk-bys. That was even impressive. Like, come on.
Oh,
now.
come on. The Adam Fox goal. The Adam Fox goal was impressive. That first one on Saturday.
Coast to coast.
You got to give some credit to the player.
Dude, the Devils player said, hey, walk on by. Take it.
He made a little shimmy.
Shit. You would have made
the power play goal on Thursday was a nice pass from Strome. Don't get me started. Lafreniere had a snipe, dude. Don't get me started.
I know one way to get under you.
What's that?
Despite the awful stretch that the Devils have had, Ty Smith and Jack Hughes statistically is still better than Adam Fox and still better than Capo Shitto. And that makes you angry.
Ty Smith is not better than Adam Fox, dude.
No, Adam Fox is playing really well.
No, I'm sure what you meant to say. Statistically, Adam Fox is playing better.
No, he's not.
What? Yes, he is. No. What I think you meant to say is statistically, Ty Smith and and Hughes are better than Kakko and Lafreniere.
Oh yeah, Lafreniere. Yeah,
that's
Kakko,
what you meant to say.
Yeah.
See, I'm gonna correct you.
My fault. I didn't mean to bring.
Don't look so.
I'm sorry. Yeah.
Don't bring in Adam Fox, okay?
All right. You can have Adam Fox. Take him. I don't care. You guys have Lafreniere, so it's fine.
So remember we always talk about that. There's always Devils reporters that tweet about the Rangers. Remember,
there was a bunch of Ranger fans yesterday impressed about the
Rangers fans.
Yeah, but I thought you guys were involved with the shit staying under your show.
I'm talking about I said our reporters. I said our reporters.
Okay.
So our reporter, you have a really annoying reporter, Corey Mrazek.
I can't even say his last name either. Yes,
yeah, right. He's annoying as shit, right? So when the Devils beat the Rangers 5-2 back on February 19th, I saw he tweeted about 3 or 4 times about points and play of Smith and Hughes versus Kakko and Lafreniere, right? He tweeted about that like 3 times in this stretch ever since that game. I told you guys this on Saturday, and it's still true today, even after these games, that Lafreniere has more points than them 2 combined. Like Lafreniere on his own has
in like a 5-game stretch, not the year.
No, it's about 7. It's about 7 games now. So I said through this stretch, the Devils have been 2-8, and the Rangers have been 6-3, or actually 7-3 if we go 10 games. Lafreniere has more points than them 2 combined. So but you don't see him tweet that, and you don't see any Rangers announcers or
you probably do. You probably just don't follow the right guys.
No. I follow all the Rangers beat reporters,
I don't think so.
I do. There's no Ranger beat reporter that will compare Rangers players to Devils players. This is my big argument. Why do Devil reporters have to compare to Ranger players?
Here's my argument. Because you tell me, all right, what is teams you despise the most? I know who it is, but tell me.
The Islanders.
Yes.
You want me to rank them 1 to 4?
Sure. Go ahead.
Okay. It goes Islanders. I cannot stand them.
Okay.
And then it goes Bruins. Cannot stand them. And then it goes Devils Capitals, or Capitals Devils. They flip. And the Penguins I don't like either. So
okay. Well, this is where I go. New York, right? New York. Who's the better team in New York right now?
The Islanders.
Yes. That's all I need to say.
What are you trying to get at? I'm not delusional. I hate the Islanders.
But this is what I'm saying, because this is where I go with Ranger fans. And this is why the Devils and Rangers have a bigger rivalry than we both think they really do. Because you tell me
depends on where we live.
Okay. Well, that's fine. But you tell me as a Rangers fan, you hate the Islanders the most, blah, blah, blah. You hate Boston more. And the Devils are just a stain under your shoe, right? You said that to me all the time.
I don't get as mad about the Devils as I do when
Yes, you do.
No, I
Yes, you
don't. It's
do.
only when you guys come at me, but that's just friends
Well,
talking
what are
shit.
we,
So of
what are we
course I would
supposed to
get
do?
upset.
Just clap when the Rangers score 12 goals in 2 games against us?
No. But
Come on.
like, put it this way: if I'm watching a Devils game with you and they're not playing the Rangers, I don't care if the Devils win or lose.
Oh,
If
I
I'm
care.
watching an Islanders game, I want the Islanders to lose and lose bad every single time. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
And same thing with the Bruins. I don't want them. When I'm watching a Devils game with you guys, I'm betting Devils players. Remember when Nico scored? I was like, it's the only time I'm going to cheer for a Devils goal. Remember, I slapped everybody's hand
Because it benefited you. You don't care about Devils.
Yeah, exactly. I don't care about them. But if I'm watching, I'll never bet an Islanders player really ever because I don't want to root for them. I don't have to root for them. I rarely ever bet for Bruins players because I cannot stand them. I don't want them to do good. I hate Pastrnak. I hate Bergeron. I hate Marchand. I hate all of them. Everybody on the Penguins can suck my dick, frankly. The Capitals, all this playoff series, like I can't stand them either. I hate Ovechkin, even though he's a god. He's a great hockey player. But the Devils, I don't hate anybody really on their team other than PK Subban. I don't care if they win or lose. So that's what I mean by it. When I go at it with when I go at it with like you and Justin and Kyle and all them, that's when like it looks like I care because I'm talking shit. We're talking shit. We're the boys, We're just going at it. But like I said, if I'm watching the Devils and they win, I'm not affected. And if they lose, I'm not affected. So like that's what I mean. Like it doesn't piss me off.
Yeah, I feel you.
That's why my rankings
I feel you.
they are.
I think
but for Devils fans, it's probably like when the Rangers lose, they love seeing it, and like they'll always root against the Rangers.
I loved every second of that 3-goal cock slap 70 seconds that the Penguins gave you last
61
night.
seconds, yeah.
So, sorry.
which is fine, but like that's where I go with like the rivalry comparisons. It's definitely there. It's 100% there. I'm not denouncing it, but I'm just saying my personal belief on each team is like that's where I'm at. The Devils are like the Devils. I don't know.
All right, so let me ask you something too.
Okay.
Saturday, great day.
Awesome.
Even for
I'm feeling the effects of it still to this day. But
if you can see my face, dude, I am broken out because I yacked so hard. We were on a 20-hour bender of drinking from 9 a.m. to like 4 a.m. because that's what the boys do. Went to the game, had a good time. Obviously, it wasn't the result that I wanted, but you got the result you wanted.
No, I was actually kind of excited to see your little hop, skip, and a dance down. I was expecting to see that.
Hoping
you did it once when they scored 2 goals in 10 minutes.
I did. I thought there was going to be hope when they tied the game, but boy, was I wrong because like literally 30 seconds later, the Rangers scored. But
and it was Kevin Rooney, your former Devil, too.
And I'm mad because I told you guys to bet that as well. I was like, dude, Kevin Rooney is scoring today. And nobody listened to me. And I was right. But I mean, I'm just saying it was a long day. It was a great day. And like, let me ask you, if it was the other opposite side, would you, if the Rangers lost that game, would it have pay a little bit less than what it was?
I don't know. It depends. It depends on how you guys would have handled the Devils win. That's what it was, because I think me and Toots handled it pretty well. We didn't really talk shit. We just kind of went about it, started drinking with everybody. I made them remember this simple things, like we'd be singing a song and I'd sing like the Devils suck. But yeah.
So you brought it up.
But it wasn't like constant, like every chance I had, I could have talked about it. I didn't, because we were just having a great day. We're all hammered. We were going at it, just having a good time. It all depends on how
I probably would have never let you live it down if the Devils won that game.
Then it would have pissed me off a little bit to the point where it might have taken away the day.
Well, I'm glad that I did it. I'm glad I did it.
Goes back to our whole argument on how Devils fans handle a win against the Rangers and how Ranger fans handle a win against the Devils.
It's the same thing. You're telling me that there isn't worse Ranger fans out there that wouldn't tease every single moment.
Of course, but for the purpose of our battle of the Hudson between me and you, the way I'll handle a Ranger win against the Devils will be a whole lot different than you would handle a Devils win against the Rangers.
I don't think so.
A little bit.
I'm mature. A little bit.
I loved this kid, Mike. For our listeners, this kid started ass crack of dawn talking shit. Mikey did.
Oh man, dude! At literally
9 a.m. He goes, oh no, yeah, like 8:15. He goes, this is Tom's playoff game. Like, shut up. No, it's not,
bro. First thing I did, I woke up with so much energy. It's gone now. I woke up with so much energy. I was like, it's time. It's time to go. It is time to rile up Tom. And you know what? It bit me in the ass. The last 10 games bit me in the ass. But they have 7 out of the possible 8 points against the Boston Bruins. That's all I gotta say.
Which is awesome. And
That's all I gotta say.
and that's what I also want to talk about a little bit in this podcast. I feel like every team in this division has a team they can't beat.
And somehow it's Boston.
And there's always
Boston can't beat the Devils.
Yeah. Like, so Boston is going to look at their schedule. I mean, they're going to make the playoffs anyway, but they're going to be like, damn, we cannot beat the Devils. Like, we cannot do it.
It makes no sense.
And the Devils are going to look at the schedule and be like, we cannot beat the Bruins or the Capitals. The Sabres and the Capitals. Like, no matter what we do, we cannot beat these teams, or we barely beat these teams. And so far for the Rangers, like, no matter what the Rangers do, they can't beat the Penguins or the Bruins. So they're 1-3 against the Penguins. 1-3 against the Bruins and 1-4 against the Penguins. Like, and they're still at 500. Even if they were like 500 against those two teams combined, they'd be 3 games better. It's just,
yeah, I just don't get this.
This division is so tough.
Yeah, absolutely. I just don't get it either because, I retweeted this one thing yesterday, which makes no sense. You believe in home field advantage. You believe when the Rangers play MSG, they're unstoppable, right? You should believe that. You should believe that. Well, it's just about Boston in general, 3-0-1 against Boston, 7 out of 8 possible points against one of the top teams in the East, right?
Probably
and they're 4, one of the best teams in the East, and then they're 4-11-2 against everybody else, right? and then this just blows my mind because you believe in home field advantage. I guess the Rock kind of does suck. Don't repeat I said that, but 6-2-1 on the road this year, and then 2-9-1 at home.
It's not electric. Doesn't have that electric feel.
I mean, if they had the "You Suck" song,
let's call a spade as well. They were still pumping fake crowd noise in that game.
I know, but they did it everywhere. Don't lie.
No, dude, they weren't not pumping fake crowd noise at the Garden when the fans were there. They weren't.
Well, when you have 1,000 fans there, how the fuck are you supposed to sit to have noise?
It's the same amount of fans at each stadium.
No,
we have maybe 500 more. But here's the thing. I think this is why. I don't know if they did it at the other games. I think because there are so many Ranger fans that go to those games.
Exactly.
So like that's probably why they have to. I'm not denouncing it, but I'm just saying that you brought up the point about the Rock. I'm saying that's probably why they had to pump fake crowd.
If everybody from New Jersey was rich and had suits, as Justin Roosh would say it, and had money, I would
paid
less
the
tickets.
Same amount of money to go to both games.
All right, well, they were glad because over the last fucking decades of their life being Ranger fans, their pockets are empty because every time they go to MSG, their money is gone.
It's really not that much expensive. You guys blow that shit out of proportion.
Dude, I dropped like $200 on beer.
Exactly. And for me, it was almost 100. Like, I mean, it's the same. It's literally the same shit.
Yeah.
It cost $9 more on the train. Okay, I'll give you that. And the tickets maybe cost $35 to $40 more. But you're going to New York City, you're going to expect it to be more expensive. It's just natural. If you go to TGI Fridays in Piscataway, and then you go to friggin' TGI Fridays in the city, you're going to spend $14 on a burger instead of $9. I'm just
gonna say one thing. Those chicken tenders were busting. That's all.
They were very good. They were good. And you were tossing them around like
Who?
You were tossing.
Oh, well, I do talk.
You want a chicken here? Boom. You want?
I hope Toots. I hope he doesn't because that's awful. But Toots should be banned from the Rock, dude. They give us taking chicken tenders and throwing him to the first section. What's wrong with them? Besides that, it was a good time. I'm glad that you had these end of the battle. But like you said, in the first episode, there is lots of games left.
There's a 4-game stretch. They play each other 4 times in a row in April.
Yeah, I know.
So we should at least go to like 2 of those. Low key.
I'll go to.
We should do one at the Garden, and we should do one at the Rock. That'd be cool.
That would be. I would do that.
You guys can hear real. You can hear a real goal song. You can go to a real stadium. You could get real food. I'm joking. You can say it, Mike. Go ahead.
Say what? I got nothing to say. I got nothing to say.
I even put on my jersey for today's podcast.
I know. Mine's dirty. It has beer and food all over it.
This isn't the one I wore to the game. This is my clean one too. My other ones. Yeah, Adam Fox. I should have bet him, man. That pissed me off. I bought his jersey. And then I was like, damn. And we were saying, when we were drinking before we hit the train, they're like, dude, you got an Adam Fox jersey. You might as well bet him to score. Yeah. And he was like plus 620. And I didn't. He scored the first goal like 2.5 minutes.
Imagine getting him first goal score. Jesus. That is your whole freaking day would have been paid off by hundreds. You would not even worried.
I would have won a shit ton of money. Like if I just went full Adam Fox because I bought his jersey, like if I did him to get
a first goal
score and first goal score, I would have probably won like $2,000.
At least, yeah, a couple grand at least.
But you know what?
Listen,
I put it on Buchnevich and he didn't score.
Yeah, I was like, what kind of freaking? Oh man,
I thought it was going to be a Booch game, but it was not.
Yeah.
Hopefully Blackwood bounces back, man.
Oh, it's good. I'm excited that Wedgwood did what he did yesterday. 40 goal save and 40 goals or 40 shots saved. I apologize, and it should light a fire under Blackwood's ass. Like he has not been playing like himself. The COVID outbreak should not be his excuse. I know he said he wasn't feeling himself after,
Yeah.
but it shouldn't be excuse. He's not Igor, who looks like he got shot after he pulled his
I was
groin.
waiting for it. And you know what? If you didn't mention it, I was gonna bring it up and be like, "Hey,
You're in New York, man. Be tough. Come on now. You're in New York."
I was literally, I literally thought his career was over. Remember, like on Thursday, I'm so pissed.
I
I'm
thought
like,
we
the
all
Devils
thought too.
won. Yeah, I was like, not even his career, but I thought his season was over at least. But I was like so pissed off because the Rangers got such a good win. He was playing electric. He basically stole that game.
Yes,
Essentially,
played very well. He played very well.
And I was like, "Fuck, man, he's done. Like, whatever." Then I heard like after the post game, they're like, they don't think it's that serious, but he's going to see a doctor. And then the next day at like 1:30, it came out as a mild groin strain, and that he's day to day
to day. Yeah.
And I literally, the first thing I said was, "Dude, he's my goalie. I'm excited to have him. He's a beast, but I'm like, he's a little bit of a bitch right now. Like he's got to he needs to go win like 6 or 7 in a row. Steal like 6 or 7 in a row, you get your credentials back. But
that was
like,
bad. That was bad. That was LeBron James type flop.
You're
right
Russian and you're Russian and you act like that. Like, dude,
come on now.
I mean,
I don't know what's worse, the Igor fake injury or Chris Kreier pretending to get slashed yesterday. Oh God. Oh, God.
That's funny. What about what's going on with our best player? Another thing I didn't even mention through the streak, we've been without our best player.
I know.
And we just got Kako back on Saturday. We were without him too. It was probably our second or third best player, and Trouba, who was probably our fourth.
Yeah, Trouba and Kako were back yesterday,
and
right?
Zibanejad is now starting to look like Zibanejad, but he wasn't before. So I mean,
his goal he had yesterday was very nice.
It's only up. I just hate this schedule, man, because like they get no break. Like they get hot, and now they got to face the 3 best teams in the division or 3 of the top best.
Like you said, this division can go anywhere. So who knows? Maybe the Rangers can pull some out.
And I think tomorrow's a turning point for us, man. They gotta beat Pittsburgh. They can't lose 2 to Pittsburgh. They gotta win, and then they go to Philly. I mean, they go to Boston for 2. Hopefully, split that. I don't know. It's just crazy.
We'll see. I have no.
Devils
faith.
get the Capitals again, who they can't beat. So maybe they'll start and learn how to beat them.
Hopefully. Goodness gracious.
I mean, I have both of those games because it was both the games in hand that the Devils, because now the Devils only have 2 in hand. Remember, I said that they had 4 earlier before this streak, and 2 of them were against the freaking Capitals, and they like dominate the first like 15, 20 minutes, and then
just
after
period.
It's like they just
Capitals one of the best third period teams in the league. So
I know.
I mean, but still, you can't fold to that stat. You can't fold to that. No. But yeah, I mean, it's crazy, despite how bad the Devils have been doing. I mean, we're only 5 points apart still. So
we're only 5 points apart. Yeah, yesterday was a good day for you guys because if we both would have won, it would have been 7 still, which would have been a lot. But now it's only 5. And this week, I think you guys get another game in hand, so it should be interesting. Yeah. But what's crazy to me is like think how electric this weekend was and how much like tension. I'll put tension in air quotes, like tension there was. Can you like in less than a month they play each other 4 consecutive games? That's gotta be a nightmare.
Yeah, it's gonna be a nightmare. I'm not gonna be able to see it. I won't be able to see it.
That's gonna be like, because both teams have won. Like, I mean, the Devils, there was some space in between the 2 wins, but the Rangers literally back to back, they won. Yeah. It's like, what's to say the Devils can't win back to back? Like, you know what I mean? Or like, what's to say the Rangers can't win all 4? I mean,
they got a lot of work to do.
It's crazy.
Yeah, a lot of work to do. I appreciate Lindsey Ruff for changing up some lines because they have been playing a tad bit better. Compared to they have over a 10-game streak. I mean, obviously the 2 games against the Rangers didn't show for it, but they need to do something offensively. They don't have a true scorer. They need
lowest scoring team in the league the last like 12 games.
Yeah, they need to figure out how to score goals, and then defensively, it showed up a little bit yesterday. Obviously, which would stood on his head a little bit, but there was a lot of plays in the defensive zone that they were not making against the Rangers. So I mean, that was something.
It's good to see. But yeah, so
that's it.
Listen, Hudson River rivalry.
Or 2.
It's 1-1 right now.
1-1 on the podcast.
1-1 on the podcast.
2 in the season. I mean, I don't know if it's 1-1. I don't know.
Yeah, I'm just saying.
Rangers won like last, 6 out of 10, and they stole only 5 points against ahead of the Rangers. Devils. So.
Well, the Devils have had 2 games in hand, man, and they still have 2 games in hand, but.
Yeah, this is a lot about your organization. Yeah.
5 points is a lot, man. That's 3 games worth of points.
Yeah. It can happen.
Think about it like this. That's 3 games of points and you only have 2 in hand, which means you got to win both of those in hand when you really think about it. Yeah. And then you got to get a point in the third and then like in another game where the Rangers don't. You know what I mean? So it's actually a lot.
Yeah, no, I believe it. But I mean, you can fly high about your Rangers team, say how they're so good, everything like that. We are fighting for the bottom of the division, buddy.
I wish I could. That's why I said I wish I did it before today. I mean, I can't speak. They gave up 3 goals in 61 seconds last night. I mean, if they would have won last night, I would have came in. I would have
been. And that's what I was worried about. You know, when the Devils beat Boston, I was like, okay,
that gives you some hope.
I was like, this gives me some momentum going into the podcast. And I was like, and then Mika scores a goal in the first minute against the Penguins. I'm like, oh, here we fucking go. I'm like, here we go. I'm done. Like, what am I gonna say? What can I possibly say?
Yeah, then they let
I'm gonna use a narrative that you used against me the first podcast. Like the Rangers, yeah, they have a win against the Flyers and they have a win against the Bruins here, but they couldn't beat them back to back for their life.
Hey, and they have 2 wins against the Capitals. If you want me to go there, and a win against the Islanders. So if you really want
me, Devils got to win against the Islanders. Fuck off. Yeah, they can't beat the Capitals. We'll see.
So that's what I'm saying. We've been talking about the whole time.
I'm just saying, but like you can't give me the narrative. Don't drink the Kool-Aid. Blah 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 blah. You can't beat good teams. You know, especially back to back. And the Rangers haven't done it. The Rangers haven't done anything. They're not that much better than the Devils. I'm sorry, they're not.
No, who was saying that on the first podcast, and you wanted to totally miss it. You wanted to totally dismiss it. I was like, they're both gonna be where they are at the end of the year. You're like, no. You're like, no. Like you thought the Rangers were the shit under your shoe. Just 2.5 weeks ago. You said that about the
Devils in general. I had to fight back.
No. Well, I say that in retrospect to our fan bases and the rivalry. That's what I say that to. Not the teams. I said the Devils were good when they were 6-3-2. You just thought the Rangers were so shit that you didn't want to put them in the same conversation. That's what we got. But look at that. 16 days later, better record. They were 7 points ahead.
You can have the better record. You can have the more points right now. But when the Rangers fall off because you're drinking the Kool-Aid, you're swimming in the Kool-Aid. Fuck drinking the Kool-Aid. You are swimming in the Kool-Aid. You are fucking doing backstrokes and butterflies through this Kool-Aid right now.
You are reaching right now.
I don't have a long reach. I can't reach. I am literally doing what you did to me first podcast.
I am totally not drinking the Kool-Aid though. If we did this yesterday, I would have been drinking it.
I bet you.
Then you would have really been able to get out.
You always say how you're the better organization. You say you're the better team. You say that you have a better chance of making the playoffs. I don't think so. Organization-wise, maybe, but that's it. that's it.
We also do have a better team.
Yeah, debatable.
No, we have a better team. We have a better team.
I think for a better future, I think the Devils have a better future than the Rangers.
What can we? Well, this will be the last thing we touch on because I've heard that from you guys a lot. Yeah. Why is that? Because we're both the same age. We have the same age team, and we have actual superstars on our team already, and you guys don't.
The Devils are going to have superstars. They're superstars in the making.
We already have them.
No, like the Rangers fans think that they're superstars already.
Artemi Panarin is a superstar. There is nobody on the Devils that even comes close to Artemi Panarin. There's no defenseman on the Devils that even comes close to Jacob Trouba. So, and then we also have Adam Fox and Ryan Lindgren, who is the second best pairing in the NHL. So please tell me why Devils fans believe they have a better future.
I think we have a better future. I do.
I respect it. Hey, you're a fan. You could believe that, but there are no.
Lindsey better, and he knows every freaking backhand in the way for the Rangers.
I would say that you do have a better coach. I will agree with that. I do not like our coach.
That's where it starts. So I just think they have a better future. I mean, obviously they're both young. The Rangers do have superstars. I'm not an idiot. I know they have superstars, but the Devils have superstars in the making. And and we'll see how they pair up in the future and for years to come. And I know you don't think the Devils market can afford these guys, blah, 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 blah. We'll see.
No. Here's the big thing.
When we have both the Hugh brothers on our team next year,
when the offseason comes and the Rangers are trading for Jack Eichel and adding to their superstars and getting all them, we'll be better set up for the future because players actually want to come to New York to play. They don't want to go to New Jersey.
They want to go to Islanders, maybe not.
Nope, still the Rangers. Artemi Panarin, remember this, one of the best players in the NHL.
One guy.
$3 million less to play for the Rangers from the Islanders and $2 million less from the Devils to play.
I guess he wants his career to end early or something.
You know what? I guess.
Yeah.
I guess, man. But I just love that narrative. I'll let you guys have that. That Devils fans can think they have a better future than us. I think the Devils' future is very bright, but to stretch and say that it's better than the Rangers is a little much.
I mean, I don't know. I don't know, man. We'll see.
We will see. And it'll be podcast on podcast on podcast to go.
If you're still friends with me by then. Yeah.
Come on, dude. I'd never let that happen.
You let your fandom for the Rangers compete with our friendship.
That would never happen. If the Rangers ever beat the Devils, if the Rangers ever beat the Devils in a playoff series, though, I could see you guys not talking to me for like a month.
Oh, easily. It's
funny.
Yeah, you didn't talk to us when we had a recap, and so we weren't that close yet.
I don't remember what I did that time.
You probably missed school for the week.
I definitely probably missed school the next day. Those I remember vividly. I remember missing school when the Jets lost in the AFC Championship game the next day. So
I don't blame you.
Yeah,
I don't blame you. Because if I even see the Cowboys go in that direction and even get there, and they don't win, I'd probably be out for the count. Call out of work for a week. See you later. Yeah. All
right, man. But 1-1.
Yes.
And then now you could post clips of what I said this time. Against the Devils.
Come on,
you gotta show the 1-1. You gotta show the 1-1.
Yeah, whatever. I'll give you a boring clip of you giving stats. Go ahead. Do that. Go ahead. We could do that, Tom.
Yeah, we could.
No, but seriously, you let me know what part of this podcast you want, and I will definitely do that for you. And I'm gonna pull up a part where I got you.
Yeah. Where'd you get me?
Every single point of this podcast, baby.
Yeah. Okay.
A team with 5 more points.
Better team, better organization, better arena, better food, better drink, better players, better everything, dude.
Yeah.
Just keep living below. Keep being a little brother.
You had a great time on Saturday at the Rock.
I did. Yeah. And I had an even better time at the Garden a couple weeks before.
No, you didn't. Training ride was longer. Your pockets got emptier. Come on, let's be realistic. Come on. Probably.
I actually spent more money at the Rock than I did at the Garden, which is actually.
That's an issue.
I got to drink. We got to drink more on the train because it's a little longer.
Yeah. You're welcome.
Devils suck. Devils suck.
Oh, that's where you gotta go. I got you by the balls, by the cojones. That's what you say. That's what you're gonna say.
What? This podcast?
Saying, you have all
what is there for you to defend the Devils with? You've got nothing.
That they have
a brighter
sucked
future.
the last 10 games, and we are only 5 points apart, Tom. That is bad. I'm sorry.
You're acting like 5 points is not a lot. 5 points in hockey.
That's what it was. Lot. That's what it was when the Rangers were down to the Devils before. It was enough.
Yeah, but you had 4 games in hand.
Yeah, think about that. They missed 2 weeks due to COVID, and these still aren't that bad as the Rangers.
They're still even as close to the Rangers. The Devils had 4 games in hand and were 5 points ahead of the Rangers.
Yes.
The Rangers are now 5 points ahead of the Devils, and the Devils only have 2 more games in hand. Okay. That's a 10-point swing.
Congratulations.
So that's 3 games, though. That's 3 hockey games in a division where every night somebody's at least getting a point.
Right. Well, all I know is that the Rangers got the Penguins and the Bruins next. They have a really good fucking chance to close the gap. That's all I got to say.
They do. But let's just say this. First of all, the Devils have to win their games. And let's also say this. I'll give you some perspective on the 5 points. In those 4 games the Devils have in a row against the Rangers, let's say they happen this week, right? 4 straight games.
Destroy
the Devils would have to win 3 of them to jump us. So they'd have to go 3-1. That just puts it in perspective.
That's possible.
Okay, that's fine. If they lose 2, though, it's a wash. It's
all right, but it's perspective fine. It's fine. You can have your competitive edge for the bottom of the East. I'm fine with that.
But it wasn't okay for you to have the competitive edge
because it was early in the season. I generally thought that the Devils.
I told you not to drink the Kool-Aid. I told you what was going to happen.
We are mid-season. We are almost mid-season, and you generally believe that the Rangers are a good hockey team.
They're a decent hockey team.
All right, then where's the wins to show for it? Please tell me.
They're 10-10-3.
It's terrible. You told me that being a fucking 500 team's bad. So why is it good if the Rangers do it? Because they're New York? Is that why it's good?
Being a 500 team in this division is not bad at all.
Ugh.
And they've been doing it without their best players.
Ugh.
I mean, come on.
Ugh.
Give me a break, man. Give me a break with that.
Give me a break.
Give me a break.
Everything that you said the first episode, you're a hypocrite.
The Rangers actually have statistics and stats. I know you love stats. I know you love them. To prove that they are a good hot. I know I was being sarcastic. That they are a good hockey team because they actually know how to kill penalties. They actually know how to score on the power play. They actually know how to win games. You know,
Do they though?
They figured out how to win games,
Do they?
And they're doing it without their best players.
Maybe they're better off without them. I don't know.
That's not even a
when you had all your best players. That's not a
cold. They have not been full strength all year.
Stunk.
They haven't been full strength all year health wise.
Okay.
But that wasn't even a cold take by you saying that they might be better off without Artemi Panarin. That was a frigid take. That wasn't even cold. It was frigid.
I'm actually kind of warm. The heat's on in here.
Frigid take.
It's warm.
Right,
I'm warm in here.
Artemi Panarin is a top 10 hockey player in this league.
What do you have? Dick in your mouth, bro? How many times you bring him up?
I'm just saying, it's just actually kind of amazing how they're playing so well and have jumped the Devils in the standings and I beat them twice.
They will have their landslide just like the Devils did. Don't worry.
Or they might not. Or they might not.
We'll never know.
Well, we're gonna find out.
And if you got games against the Penguins and in Boston, which you cannot beat, I'm all in for it. That's fine.
Okay. That's fine.
That's fine. You can have your pride about being a less shittier than the Devils right now. You can have your pride. I guess if the Rangers were like top of the East, then all right, but they're not. They're 5 points ahead of a team that has lost 8 out of the last 10. Tom, come on now. Come on, you're drinking the Kool-Aid. You're swimming in it.
I'm not drinking the Kool-Aid. I'm just laughing about our first podcast when you
at the end of it, Tom. The Rangers are still 2-2 against the Devils. It's not even like they have 3 wins to 1, 4 to none. You are 2-2 against the Devils. The Devils.
Okay, man.
How does that make you feel? That makes you angry that you are in the same competitive level as the stain under your shoe. And that's why I got you by the fucking balls, because that bothers you.
It doesn't.
That bothers you. You are at the same competitive level as the stain under your shoe, and you don't even reach.
And you know what's actually funny though, because
Pagu and the Islanders are better than the New York team.
That's not Rangers. That's not true though.
But is it?
It's not though, because the Rangers are a better hockey team than the Devils, dude. They are better than the Devils.
Didn't you say 3 weeks ago that the Rangers were not a better team than the Devils?
At the time, they were not. The Devils.
Okay, so at this time, maybe they're not. The Devils are not better than So what's going to happen down the stretch? I'm doing what you're doing to me.
But that's what we're going to find out. No. But here's the difference. Though.
I got you.
Here's the difference, though. Here's the difference.
Are they this big? Are they this big?
You're saying you're saying that you got me, but there's no basis on what you got me by, because here's the difference. When I was coming at you, right, saying, dude, don't drink the Kool-Aid, whatever, you legitimately thought that the Devils were better, and that you legitimately thought they had a chance to playoffs.
I didn't even just think that. You said it.
No, but here's the thing. I said it with the caveat that give it a month, the Rangers will be a better hockey team. And you didn't even want to think of, you said you didn't even want to think about it. You said there was no chance. Okay. You didn't even want to think about it. You thought the Devils, because they beat the Bruins, right? They were beating good teams at the time. And they were 6-3-2. You guys drank so much Kool-Aid at 6-3-2. And look where you are now. Why? Because the Devils are not there yet.
The Devils, and I'm not going to say the Devils are going to jump ahead of the Rangers. I don't think they're playing good at all. But I think in a month we'll still be neck and neck. I don't think the Rangers are going to climb away and be a top of the division.
No,
and that's what you're acting like.
No, it's impossible to pull away in this division. It's going to be impossible. So that's what I'm saying. 5 points in this division is a lot, man. You got to win 3 games against teams in this division just to get tied with us, or to get a point ahead.
Tell PK Subban to stop.
And you know what makes it worse for you guys is you had a 5-point lead on us with 4 games in hand, which means
COVID happened.
No. This is after COVID. This was after you beat us and you beat the Bruins. You had a 5-point lead.
The long-term effects started happening after.
You could just keep saying you have me. It's fine.
I do.
I'll let you have this.
You're worked up.
I'm not. I'm chilling, man.
You are the same level. The Rangers are the same level as the New Jersey Devils, and that bothers you. They are. They're a better team. If you look at division standings, we're right next to each other.
You're 5 points behind us.
We're right next
to you. That's a lot of points, dude.
We're right next to you.
5 points is a lot, dude.
You ever see the 3 Musketeers at the bottom of the league?
Here you go. Here's the breakdown of the league. You got the top 4. You got the top 4 teams, right? You got the Islanders, you got the Bruins, you got the Capitals, you got the Penguins. Yes. I always put the Flyers above, okay? Then you got the tier 2 teams, which would probably a flip between Flyers, Penguins, Rangers, and then you got the bottom tier, which is Sabres, Devils. That's where the teams
You are competing with the bottom tier.
No, we're not.
Yes, you are.
Okay, the 5 points that you're behind us, we're only 5 points away from the Flyers, which makes you 10 points. So if you're saying we're on the same level, that the Devils and Rangers are the same level, because you're only 5
for the bottom 2 tier spots.
I'm just
all
saying.
year.
I'm just saying.
All year.
I'm just saying, Mike.
Oh, yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah, I'm throwing your argument.
Why are you proud of that? Why are you proud of that?
I'm not proud of that. Dude, I'm throwing this argument back at you. No, you said the Devils are 5 points behind the Rangers, right? Yes. So they're in the same level, correct? Because they're next to each other.
Yes.
The Rangers are only 5 points behind the Flyers, right?
They won't catch. Yes.
I'm just saying so they have to be on the same tier as the Flyers then, correct? Because they're only 5 points.
If you're 5 points away from the Flyers,
we're on the same tier though, because it's only 5 points, right? We'd actually play the same amount of teams.
But you can't beat the Flyers.
We beat them once, so it's okay.
Cry about it. All right. No.
I'm just saying. So you can't use that argument, man, because if you're on the same tier as us, because you're 5 points behind us.
Fuck you, Tom.
We're the same tier as the Flyers because we're 5 points.
How about this? What's your record against the Flyers?
1-2.
Okay. What's your record against the Devils?
2-2.
Equal. Fucking equal.
That's fun. What's your record against the Capitals?
Awful. Defeated.
2-0. So you can't bring those comparisons. In this
7 out of 8 possible points against the Boston Bruins. That's all I gotta say.
That's awesome. That's great. That's honestly.
I gotta say.
Congratulations. Those are very solid wins. Congrats.
And 2 wins against
the Bruins are one of those teams that like to play down to their competition. So
So why don't they do that against the Rangers?
Well, because they see the Rangers. They see the Rangers as a good hockey team. That's why.
Yeah, that's what it is. All right. This is fun. I'm having fun. Come on,
this is great.
We're having fun. This is good content. This is good.
Your stat just totally blew up in your face, and I think we should leave it at that. You want to throw? That's the clip I want. No, I want the whole 2 minutes. Boy, you can't just post things that make you look good. That you're coming at me. You got to post things that I say back at you.
I know, but I never post any things that make you look bad. That's not true. I don't do that.
Oh, dude, no. Good content. Which doesn't mean you only provide the good content. I provide good content too.
I never said you didn't post good content. Come on. Man.
Look at you. I'm under your skin.
You just twist his words. You said Lamar Jackson was a good QB. You said it.
Oh, don't bring that. I'm not talking about that.
I just want people to know how fucking two-faced you are in certain situations. That's all.
I'm not two-faced about Lamar Jackson. I say the same things all the time. You're twisting my words about Lamar Jackson. All right, dude. We gotta stop.
All right. Yeah, no, we will stop here. This is a good podcast.
Great episode. It was a great one.
Good episode.
Check win to Tom.
Sure, whatever makes you feel better. I still got these in my hands. I still got them.
It's easy because you know what? I'll say one more thing. It's easy to be the little brother and say you got them in a year like this, because like what am I supposed to say? I know long term there'll be years when the Rangers are in the Eastern Conference Final and fighting for a cup, and you guys will have to be rebuilt because you can't afford anybody. Yeah. So it's just what happens. But yeah, go ahead. Say what you have to say.
No, that's fine. I was just gonna bring something good for the podcast, but if you still want to talk shit,
no.
Go there.
Let's bring up.
We will go there. Yeah. Most recent Stanley Cup. All right. So I think what we should do, Tom. You're really good at college basketball, right? I am okay at NBA. I'm okay at hockey, and so are you. We got to start giving out bets again. I don't think that we have done that in a while. We should start doing that.
I agree.
I think we should pick 2 days of the week. Use preferably Tuesday and Thursday, where there's the most college basketball and most NHL, NBA games, and we can give some picks out again to our fans.
We'll
do that. All right, so we will start that this week, maybe next week, depending on how we are doing.
Well, this week the conference tournaments are starting in college, so Thursday is going to be a big day. I don't know about Tuesday, but yeah, Thursday will be.
I looked on Tuesday. There is a lot of college basketball games on Tuesday. I know that.
Yeah, I think some of the lower end tournaments are starting.
Easy money ones though. Easy money.
That's what you think.
And I cannot bet. FanDuel, don't sue me. Don't fire me. All right. This is all Tom. This is just me giving
I'm finding the lines. I'm doing everything.
Yes. I will find lines as well, but I am not betting them.
No.
Promise. All right. That's what I want to end it on. Follow us on sports_ZMT, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, sports ZMT on TikTok. Our TikTok got a lot of love. Our TikTok got like 50 likes on it.
That was good when you attacked me for the.
What do you mean? I attacked you for what?
Remember the Devils scored a goal. Your goalie sucks, and you came up and you ran against me. You got to post that video that Kyle got.
Oh, someone got a video with it? I didn't know that.
Yeah, I have it. I have it on my phone. It attacked me as the Rangers are winning.
All right, so Wink, somebody had a bet.
I had a bet.
Tom had a bet that the game would end 5-2, right? Yeah. And I told Tom that would probably happen, and I wanted to bet. I can't. And I just wanted, because the game was so flip-sided to the Rangers anyway, I just wanted to know that I got something right. The game was 5-2 with 2 minutes left, and the Devils got a fucking last-second bullshit goal. And there's a Devils fan that was in my face.
Giving you the finger, like, dude, he was doing all the shit talking for me, and it was your own fan. He was. You ready? This is the last thing we have to talk about this podcast.
You're gonna say.
This would be really good. This guy was this Devils fan that was next to us. Mike would say things to me, and he would chime in without me even having to say anything. Mike would be like, "Congratulations, first round exit." And this guy would be like, "Dude, at least they get there."
What a douchebag! That guy's too much of a realist. Fuck him.
Like, dude, this Devils fan is. I went to college. This Devils fan's doing all this shit talking for me. I don't have to say anything.
That guy was the most ultimate, like, how the tables have turned. Like, he just
he was the ultimate, like, dude, the Devils suck, dude. I can't stand this team
Listen,
now.
I know they suck.
No, it's okay.
Same tier as the Devils. Rangers though.
Yes.
All right.
Yes.
That's it.
Yeah. All right. It's a great episode.
All right. Good episode, buddy.
Later. Let's get these bets out.
Yes, sir. All right.
Yep.
Take care, Tom.
Later.